teams that boast some serious firepower off the bench.
And that depth makes each team more difficult to defend, more unpredictable. Both sides have a lot of guys who can step up on any given night.
Here's the starting group for the Indiana Pacers. Siakam and Jackson make up the inside pair. They're going with Mathurin and Neesmith on the wings. And it's Nembhard in at the 1. When it comes to Jaylen Brown, Greg, what qualities does he add to a team?
Well, I love how active and physical he is. He poses such a difficult challenge on both sides of the ball. With a Finals MVP award to his credit, you know he's as mentally tough as anyone in our league.
And it's Simons missing. Now, here's Siakam. D right on him. Brown deciding where to go with it. Buries the long-range jumper. Brown's got 6.
Well, you know, when Brown's hitting the 3, it really opens up this offense.
Nembhard, the pass to Siakam. From downtown, and Indiana, another 3.
Both teams running perimeter-oriented plays that are working.
Well, you know, it's become a three-point shooting league. Teams shooting a steady diet from outside.
And that's exactly what he's looking for, draining the triple.
Neesmith, the pass to Nembhard. That one misses. Simons with the defensive effort. Brown drives in, and he lays it straight in. He's got 8.
Well, that's excellent initiative by Brown. Seeing a lane open up and attacking.
Nembhard against Simon. Neesmith with the ball. Back to Siakam. 5 on the clock. Outside, White. Pass to Cada. Now, Hauser. Guarded by Jackson. Launches it. And again, it's Boston with the 3.
That's a high percentage look when the V doesn't fight over the screen.
Yeah, it's certainly worth it to disrupt the offense. Coaches notice that extra effort.
And that's a little lack of fight at the defensive end.
Absolutely. At least on that slam, you're right. That's one way to let a team back in the game.
Yeah, but also credit the offense there. That's making a play when you really need it, and they need more of it.
And it's Mathurin missing. Celtics leading by 9. Brown outside. Pass to Cada. A chance to extend the lead to double digits, but it's no good. And stolen by Simon. Here's White. And the Celtics hit again from deep.
They've been excellent so far, coming in with a well-balanced attack.
Yeah, now it's all about maintaining this lead, but you can't start playing it safe. You got to keep attacking and executing.
3-pointers, Simon. And the rebound goes to the Pacers. Nembhard with it, and Simons picks him up defensively. Pass to Neesmith. Good, and a nice assist from Siakam.
And the all-around game of Siakam, so adept at working the ball to open guys.
It's Brown on the wing. He's got 8. The layup missed. Pacers trail by 10. Jackson passes to Nembhard. Going inside and stolen by White. Here's Simon. And he comes up with the deuce. Simons has got 8 points.
Yeah, we're seeing some fireworks from them already.
Yeah, I mean, this is exactly how you want to start a game, with a big offensive push.
To the inside. Brown. And he dumps it right on Isaiah Jackson. Oh, man.
My goodness. Brown with the massive throwdown.
And that one good.
Yeah, another nice bucket down low. They've really been able to work the ball into the post effectively here so far.
And he's going to get whistled for that foul, G. That was intentional, but not exactly logical.
How about pointless to foul there? I mean, I don't know where his head is, but it's not in.
And so it's the Boston Celtics enjoying a 12-point lead as they talk things over during the break. They've kept the tempo quick and the defense on its heels, and it's gotten them up big. We'll get you back to the action after this break. And if you're just tuning in, we've got a wide margin on the scoreboard, but plenty of time left for a comeback. And let's quickly check out the scoring breakdown here for the Celtics.
Well, they're playing with great pace, pushing the ball up the floor and attacking before the defense can get set.
And guys, they've also done a great job generating offense from their defense, forcing turnovers and making the defense pay for those mistakes.
On the court for the Pacers as our second quarter gets underway. We've got Obi Toppin, and it's Dennis in the point. Toppin can't get it to go.
Well, and even though he couldn't get that one to fall, that's a shot they want him taking.
Tillman passes to Walsh. To the right side. Over to the wing. Shoots the three. It's hauled in by Furphy. Pacers trail by 10. Over in the corner, Shepard. His three-pointers off the mark. Out to the right wing. We're about a minute and a half into the second quarter now.
And I'm sure next time he sits down, coach is going to have a few choice words for him with that shot selection.
Yeah, that definitely wasn't the shot they were looking for. You got to keep the ball moving in that situation.
Pass to Huff. Good on the shot, and that shaves the lead to single digits. Huff's got 4 points now in the quarter.
Yeah, and there it is again. On a lot of their possessions this first half, they've established great inside position.
Well, he's a bit of an undersized center. However, his leaping ability can certainly mask that.
Shot's good by Furphy.
Talk about timing. That lead pass was right on cue.
Pritchard from outside. It's rebounded by Indiana. And here in the second quarter of action with a hair under 2.5 minutes played so far. Here's Furphy. Score the basket, his second of 2 attempts.
And they've repeatedly probed inside in the first half, guys, and it's paid off.
Pritchard with a wide open look. Not wasting any time and taking the shot and knocking it down.
Well, that's a shot where your coach is saying, no, 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 and then, woo.
Stolen away. Here's Huff. Banked in off the glass. Huff's got 6. Celtics leading by 6. Out to the right wing. A three-pointer, no good. For Indiana, they've gone 5 of 7 from the field here in the second. Here's Dennis. From outside, off the mark. Deflects the pass. That'll be Boston as it goes out of bounds. Celtics retain possession. 1:39 left to play in the first half. There's the pick for the three. And Peyton Pritchard, good for 3. Pritchard's got his second bucket tonight. So, Greg, you played in the league over a decade. What's the toughest thing about being a pro basketball player?
Lots of things. To me, it's just keeping your spot. Every year, there's just so much talent coming in. So holding on to a place on the roster, and that can be as difficult as anything.
And the shot goes in.
Well-placed pass in the hands of a guy ready to attack.
And Toppin throws it down.
Oh, that's straight TNT, baby. Explosive.
That was pretty, and he just has that effortless knack for getting inside. Pritchard from outside, and the Celtics hit again from deep.
And just no excuse, guys, for leaving a shooter like him open beyond the arc.
It'll go. The Boston lead is cut down now to just 8 points with the basket from Toppin. Here's Walsh. Hasn't made one yet. 8-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. And finished off by Shepherd.
And his competitiveness showing through. That's an aggressive finish.
Yeah, and getting out in transition allows for some easy points before that defense is fully set.
Yet another three. Once we hit the second quarter, it just seems as if those threes just started to fall like raindrops.
Toppin passes to Dennis. And here is Toppin. And so it's Peyton Pritchard making highlight after highlight for Boston. He comes away with 11 points in the quarter and is showing no signs of fatigue. We'll take a quick break and then back to the action here. And if you're just joining us in this one, first half is in the books, one half to go. Without question, Peyton Pritchard displaying his skills today.
Well, we'll find out if they were able to find an answer for him over the break. He was scoring with ease in that first half.
Yeah, I'd love to see what they drew up in the locker room because you're right. He's the problem right now.
The wing pairing, it's White and Brown. Then it's Anthony Simon. Then there's Sam Hauser. And it's Queta in at the 5 down low. And that's the group for Joe Mazzulla as we begin the second half. At one time, pretty much just a three-point specialist, Sam Hauser, coach, is now cranking up the defense.
Yeah, look, Kevin, you can come into the league and maybe carve out a niche with just one skill. But usually what you have to do is take that one skill and build on it so that you can be a consistent rotation player. Sam Hauser has done that, and as you said, he's added the defense to his shooting ability.
Catherine passes to Nembhard. Throws it down as the official calls the foul. It may be a three-point play. That one on White.
And Mathurin proving he can be unselfish, wanting to find his teammates.
Indiana shooting their first free throw tonight. To the middle. And White, the bucket on the assist by Brown. White's got 5 points so far.
Terrific play call to give him a clean look at the rim. That's how you want to start the second half.
Yeah, I like how they're establishing their interior presence right away. That's going to collapse the defense and create other opportunities.
And now, Allie LaForce has something for us from the sideline.
Thanks, Kevin. Jaylen Brown never loses confidence. Celtics coach Joe Mazzulla said he has great short-term memory. If he misses a shot, it never affects the next one. You can't shake him. I just love his poise and his ability to attack. Brown said, every time I take the floor, I want to be aggressive. Guys, back to you.
You absolutely love that confidence. Okay, Allie, we thank you. No problem knocking that one down. Simons has got 5 points in the quarter.
Well, don't blink, or Simons will already have the shot off.
Yeah, he just punched the ticket on that one. That'll get the job done.
Powerful two-hand jam. And Simons wide open. He'll fight. Queta. Out to White. Goes up again. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here. I know some would classify Derek White as underrated. Stan, what's your read on him?
Well, Kevin, I would say he was underrated for a long time, but now I think we've all gotten smarter, and we all realize Derek White is one of the best guards in this league, period. I don't think he's underrated anymore, and I just think it took us a long time to catch up with how good he is.
A shot's good from Simon.
Man, once Simons found his rhythm, he's been non-stop.
Here's Nembhard. It falls for his 5th field goal of the night. Now shooting 5 for 8.
Well, he can beat you in a lot of ways. Very challenging to defend.
Tries to hit him. Out of hand on it. Siakam, right side. And Siakam throws it down.
And those are 2 loud points. Siakam flushes it without much effort.
And here's the fast break. Siakam leading the way. And the foul called on Pascal Siakam. That's foul number 2 for him.
And really just a great play to sacrifice his body and take the charge.
White down low. And the rejection by Jackson. Here's Nembhard. Nesmith, great positioning on the putback. Nesmith has got it back down to a single-digit deficit for Indiana.
Hard work and soft hands, guys. That's what made that play possible.
No simple offensive rebound there. Going for the tip-in.
And for the defense, that is a heart-sinking moment when you see him that wide open from beyond the arc. Yeah, this is when they need to lean on him more. Get him the ball and let him build some momentum.
Down low, it's tipped. One-on-one here. Here's Mathurin. It's hauled in by Brown. Boston leading by 10. Here's Hauser. And again, Boston with the triple.
And they have been relentless from deep. And you see the defense trying to react, but to no avail.
Look, when the three is falling like this, there's not a whole lot you can do defensively.
Nesmith finds Nembhard. And Derek White picks up the foul. That'll be his second foul of the game.
Second team foul.
Outside for Jackson. And Jackson throws it down hard.
And didn't do anything fancy there, but didn't need to.
Nope, his only concern right now is getting the points on the board. And I don't mean style points. And play stops. Whistle on what looks to be an illegal screen.
And not the most common call you'll see in the NBA, but hard to argue that pick wasn't illegal.
Yeah, and that's maybe something that should be called more. We see a lot of moving screens in today's NBA.
And here at the end of the third quarter, it's a double-digit ball game. Boston on top. They're up. And a moment now as we take a look at our State Farm assists of the game.
Yeah, an easy choice tonight. Look at the precision on this pass. Put it on a platter for him.
Yeah, that's high-level playmaking. He makes it look easy, but it's not.
And as we head into the fourth, we'll see if there's a comeback in the works or if it's more of the same from the first three quarters. And a look at the five for the Pacers to start the fourth quarter. Siakam and Jackson make up the inside pair. They're going with Mathurin and Nesmith on the wings. And it's Nembhard in at point guard. Here's Jackson, and Jackson throws it down hard.
If you came to watch a scoring battle, you're in the right place.
Yeah, and how great have these offenses been for these teams tonight? Just fantastic execution.
Late reaction defensively. He quickly takes advantage, grows their lead.
Yeah, look, the truth is, he doesn't need much space anyway. But that one was too easy.
Yeah, just solid work on the back end of that play.
Yep, you're right. Finished hard with two hands on that stuff. Here's Hauser. Count the bucket coming off a perfectly placed assist. Hauser's got 11 in the second half. Jackson passes to Nesmith. And Nesmith with the slam.
And cutting into the lead with the big one-hand throwdown.
That's how you get your team back into it. Here's Simon. And he dumps it right on Isaiah Jackson. Oh, man.
And how about the explosiveness of Simons? Man, can he get up and finish with power?
And up the court come the Celtics on the break. And again, it's Boston converting. And a moment here to take a look at some of the hustle stats for the Celtics.
Well, their shot blocking. The defensive effort level has been great. You got to love that intensity.
And another thing, guys, they dominated on fast breaks tonight, outrunning their opponent the entire game.
Jaylen Brown. And get the three. Pacers trail by 12. A deep three. Jackson.
Really the right play defensively. If you can't block, force him to the line.
The first one falls. Off on that one, so he goes 1 for 2 at the line. For Boston, they've gone 4 of 7 from the field since the beginning of the fourth.
A big man who can score, rebound, and pass. This is why Siakam has become a huge piece of this team.
And so he hits both. Boston leading by 9. White with it. Now guarded by Siakam. And the foul called on Pascal Siakam. That's his 3rd foul of the game.
Yeah, that's a tough call right there, and really a tough break for the D.
Simons. Jackson with the rebound. Pacers trail by 9. Outside Nembhard. And he banks the layup in.
And he's really made the most of his opportunities today. I mean, he needs to keep working for those kinds of looks.
Simons fires. White outside. He takes it in. Jaylen Brown. No good again that time. For Indiana, they've gone 5 of 7 from the field since the beginning of the 4th. Strong work at that end of the floor. Jackson with the rebound. Pacers shooting with confidence. Wow, 66% from the floor. Outside Nembhard. Outside Siakam. It's a hand on it. Saves him with the putback.
And you've got to love the energy right now. They got hot when they absolutely had to.
Well, you love their execution to get back in it. This game's very much in reach for them.
Outside White. Strong move off the glass.
Well, for obvious reasons, this coaching staff has a lot of confidence in White running the pick and roll.
That shot, no good.
And typically he has the touch to finish when he's in tight, but not sure on that possession.
And the foul on Isaiah Jackson. That's foul number 2 for him. It's Simons. Jackson with the rebound. And it's Indiana's ball. They trail by 7.
And strong off the bounce. Mathurin will keep coming. This kid is willing to challenge him.
It's the first, and that trims the lead to 6. And the second free throw, no good. A tough break there.
And that's a situation where you must make them all to get back into the game.
Well, this is what you're trying to do. Put the game away.
Yeah, but you can't let up now. We've seen too many wild comebacks in this league.
Outside Simons. Releases. Siakam with the rebound. Now Mathurin. So it's the Celtics picking up the win. Even early on in this one, it seemed like they were happy to be playing.
look at these teams, they have lots of options. They're deep.
We expect to see a lot of different guys get minutes. It can be a double-edged sword, though. It's hard getting all of these guys enough playing time.
A look at the opening lineup for the Orlando Magic. Suggs and Bain team up as the backcourt. Banchero and Carter Jr. make up the front court. And it's Wagner in at the small forward position. Now here's Suggs. Back to Banchero. Pass to Wagner. Takes the three. Knocks down the triple.
The corner is the shortest three on the floor, and for Franz Wagner, it's an easy one.
They set the screen, and play stops. A whistle there on what looks like an illegal screen.
You can get away with one once in a while, but it looked like he wasn't completely set on that pick.
You gotta blow the whistle when it's that obvious. Great call there by the official.
Kicks it out to Bain. Suggs outside. Pass to Banchero. Wagner outside. 3 on the clock. And that's out of bounds. Last touch by White. And a guy who's won so many music awards recently, Jack Harlow in attendance.
You know, though he's a Louisville native, he grew up a Boston fan. And according to him, it was the Kevin Garnett trade that really made that happen.
Richard, it's just a few years into Desmond Bain's career, but he's historically good shooting threes.
I mean, BA, he is over 40% for his career. In the top 25 all-time of three-point percentage, and that is on a major volume.
Now here's Wagner. Banchero with a screen on Brown. Wagner finds Banchero. Simons against Suggs. Wagner on the wing. Takes a three. Hauser grabs the board. Boston's gone 0 for 2 from outside. A moment to hear from Allie LaForce.
Well, I had a chance to talk with head coach Joe Mazzulla. Coach and I talked about the development of Franz Wagner since entering this league, and he said he was someone we watched early on. Even though he didn't end up on our team, the way he's added to his game is incredible. It says a lot about the kind of work ethic that he has. Back to you guys.
Allie, thank you. The Magic have gone 1 for 3 so far. Wagner outside. Pass to Banchero. Back to Wagner. Banchero with a screen on Brown. Fires from the corner. Tips it. Bain, the pass to Suggs. This one for 3. And so it looks like it'll be Orlando's ball still. Orlando with the ball. The 3 from Bain. And he's in the books. Now 1 for 2.
There's just no hesitation from 3 for Bain. He is trigger happy out there at all times.
Simons against Suggs. And it's Wendell Carter with the foul. That's his first foul of the game.
First personal foul. First team foul.
Simons deciding where to go with it. 6 to shoot. Again, the miss by Boston. Orlando leading by 6. Well, it's hard to stop a 6'10" wing who can handle and play through contact. And the Magic have 2 of them, Grant.
Yeah, the numbers remarkably similar for Paolo Banchero and Franz Wagner. Banchero is stronger and more of a rebounder, but both of them are stars.
Orlando has gone just 2 for 6 from the arc here in the first. The 3 from Banchero. Boston pulls it in. There's a screen, and there's the whistle. The illegal screen is the call.
You're not going to fool the officials too often on an illegal screen.
That's a very avoidable turnover. You gotta focus on the details.
1:24 left in the first quarter here. Launches a 3. Orlando again missing.
And the defense dodged one right there. Not the guy you want to leave open.
Again, the miss by Boston. And so Banchero will bring it up for the Orlando Magic. 6-point lead from deep. Bain nails it from beyond the arc. Bain's got 6 points.
This isn't Bain's preferred spot on the arc, but he's got the skill to knock it down.
The drive by Brown. And Brown with the stuff.
At last, their cold streak is over. They finally found something that worked.
Yeah, the lid's now off, guys. Maybe they can rattle off a few more in a quick order.
Now here's Banchero. Hasn't gotten one to fall yet. Boy, they need something to go to regain some confidence.
No question. Way too many empty possessions for them.
Magic leading by 7. 3 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Wagner outside. The 3. Suggs, no good. Wagner with a steal. The 3 is up. Drops in the 3. Wagner's got his second basket.
And just totally relentless, only increasing the intensity level.
Always plays hard until the final whistle, no matter what the situation is.
And so it's Orlando ending the quarter. Great to have you with us. Second quarter of basketball. This game has not exactly been neck and neck, but plenty of time left in this one. And let's take a moment to get your take, guys, on the scoring so far for the Magic.
Well, so far, their long-range shooting has been the story, doing damage from deep.
And also their pressure defense is paying dividends tonight, turning them over and getting out in the open floor and running.
They've got Xavier Tillman, and it's Walsh in at the 3 spot. That's who's in the game for the Celtics. And let's send it over to Allie LaForce.
ABA, the Magic building up a roster of players who D-up. Coach Jamal Mosley said, your culture is the type of guys you bring in, the type of people you have around. If you're a defensive team, then you probably have defensive guys. You can't be that and have all shooters that don't defend. Guys, back to you.
Yeah, they've got the personnel. Thanks a lot, Allie. Hits a 3-pointer. Pritchard's got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for 3.
And what kind of defense was that? You can't give up wide open threes like that. What are you doing?
Here's Richardson. Misses the jumper.
And that's a low percentage shot, and I'm sure he knows it.
And those are the type of shots that just drive coaches crazy. Look, I wouldn't be shocked to see him sitting on the bench if he tries that bad boy again.
You're not going to fool the officials too often on an illegal screen.
That's a very avoidable turnover. You gotta focus on the details.
Now here's Jones. No made baskets yet. And the 3-pointer goes.
The defense really fell apart there. You can't afford to leave them all alone at the arc.
Pritchard from outside. De Silva with the rebound. Orlando leading by 12. And Grant, the Achilles tear for Jason Tatum, derailing the Celtics' attempt to defend their 2024 title.
Yeah, so hard to overcome losing your best player. Thankfully, this team has the depth to remain competitive in his absence. Pick works well there, but the defense left a lot to be desired.
Yeah, that just comes down to a lack of effort. The defender has to do a better job fighting through the screen.
Now here's Pritchard. Clock at 6. Pass to Walsh. And it's all from 3-point range. Orlando has got 6 out of 15 threes so far in this game.
And the shooter had very little space on that attempt.
I'm sure they'll think twice about shooting against him next time.
Oh, stolen by Richardson. And here's the fast break. On the wing, Richardson. Fires the 3. And it's Tillman with a rebound. Celtics trail by 15. 3-pointer. Boston, no good that time either. Picked by Isaac. Richardson, the pass to Isaac. Jones from outside. Boston pulls it in.
And he almost made them regret defending him so loosely.
Here's Shireman. Again, the miss by Boston. Orlando leading by 15. Here's De Silva. The kick out to Richardson. Beyond the arc. Sinks the tray. Richardson's got 8 points.
And a quality find there by Isaac. It's really nice to see a big guy watching the floor for opportunities like that.
Pritchard from outside. De Silva with the rebound. The Magic have gone 4 of 10 from the field in the second. Natase with a screen. From downtown. De Silva no good. Here's Shireman, guarded by Richardson. There's the drive, and he dunks it down.
Now That's how you use the screen right there.
And it leads to a thunderous finish. That was nice.
Yeah, you like the pick to set up the open shot. But when it leads to a dunk, okay, even better. You'll take it.
Now here's Isaac. Yet to see a basket. Offensively, it's been a struggle for him.
Yeah, they need to string together some shots to have any kind of chance.
Jones up top, defended by Pritchard. Richardson for three. Shireman grabs the board. 2 seconds separating the shot clock and the game clock. Now Pritchard, pass to Garza. Here's Tillman. Here's Shireman, defended by Jones. Pritchard from outside. It doesn't go for him. And through the first half, a pretty lopsided affair. It's the Magic up by 16. And time now for the halftime break, with the third quarter soon to follow on 2K Sports.
Get ready for your Pocket Mike Arena Entertainment.
And with a big gap on the scoreboard, the second half begins with very different goals for these teams. One side trying to mount a comeback, one side trying to protect their lead. All right, Richard, just as a fan of the game, who's your favorite player to watch right now?
I'm really loving Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, really their whole team. But Shai, he's just special to watch.
Here's who Jamal Mosley is starting the second half with. Wagner and Banchero, the lethal front court pair. Suggs and Bain team up as the backcourt, and it's Carter in at the 5. Here's Simons, following the three-point basket by Orlando. And Wagner comes to help. Brown finds White. Back to Brown. Over Bain. The rebound by Carter. Carter's got 4 rebounds now. Banchero with a screen on Brown. There's the triple. Boston pulls it in. Simons outside. And stolen by Suggs. From behind the arc. And there's Bain. That one's good. The assist from Suggs. Suggs has got his 3rd assist of the night. The floor is spaced for the Celtics, Richard, and they've launched threes at a record pace.
And when those shots are falling, they are tough to beat. But you live by the 3, die by the 3. Some say they settle when the shot's not falling.
Banchero no good.
Oh, man, for whatever reason, he can't get it going from 3, and he's pretty good from there.
White, good.
Not just being selfless, but also smart with the ball. Brown is able to find the best guy for the right shot.
Now here's Suggs. Still no points. Carter can't get it to go. It's White with a drive. Queta, pass to Hauser. Hits the trifecta.
Good play call and good execution. The offense running on all cylinders.
Outside Bain. Shoots over White. Orlando again missing.
See, that miss right there. It's why teams try to avoid the mid-range jumper these days.
It's clear he's totally out of sync. The team needs to rethink its strategy around what to do with him.
Celtics trail by 17. And here's Simons outside. And it's Bain with the rebound. Orlando's gone 2 of 6 from downtown here in the second half. Now here's Banchero, defended by Hauser. It's Banchero with the drive. Here's Wagner. Jaylen Brown with a rebound. Brown's got 4 rebounds in the game. And the foul called on Jalen Suggs. That's his first foul of the game.
First team foul.
Third quarter here, and 3 minutes have come off the clock.
2 minutes remaining in the third. 2 minutes.
Simons passes to Queta. Brown, a screen on Carter. Simons outside. 5 to shoot. Kick out to Brown. The 3 is up. Boston again missing.
Locking the arc down. Defense knows it's on them to scare off those shots.
Well, granted, 6'10", 250. Banchero is a guard in a big man's body.
Yeah, B.A., he has a great handle, which allows him to get wherever he wants on the floor, and the vision to create for his teammates, too. But if you put a smaller guy on him, he plays bully ball.
A chance here to catch up with Allie from the sideline.
Thanks a lot. Well, Desmond Bain, a deadly floor spacer, but he said, I have to be respected in a lot of different ways. Don't pigeonhole me into just being a catch-and-shoot guy or a movement shooter. I can score the ball in a variety of ways and do multiple things on the court. Back to you, B.A.
A lot in his bag. Allie, thanks very much for the report. There's Simons with a three. Orlando grabs the miss. Wagner's got his 4th rebound in this one. Carter, a screen on Simons. Wagner inside. The three from Suggs. The putback. Kicks it out to Wagner. Let's go with a three. He drops it from range. Wagner's got 12 points in the game.
Their strategy has been pretty simple here in the second half. Attack from three-point range.
And you see this so much more nowadays in the NBA. Teams putting a larger emphasis on jacking up threes.
But the reverse slam, that was sweet.
Ah, the finesse on full display. He puts up a three. It's rebounded by Jaylen Brown. Brown's got 5 rebounds tonight. And stolen by Bain. And out of bounds. The Celtics will take it. And so it's Orlando. They're feeling great. A 21-point lead. And we reach the 4th quarter in a game that may already be out of hand. And so Simons will bring it up for the Boston Celtics. White and Brown are the wingmen. Then it's Sam Hauser. Then there's Anthony Simons. And it's Keita in at the center position, locking down the middle. That's who's in the game for the Celtics. The three from Banchero. Boston pulls it in. Keita's got rebound number 9 now. What an effort here tonight. White finds Simons. Nice ball movement by Boston. Suggs against White. Here's Hauser, and he dunks it. What a pass to set him up.
And that's how you lead a team, literally.
The three from Suggs. Boston pulls it in.
I think he's gone completely dry. Nothing is hitting.
Yeah, and the risk now is that he gets inside his own head. Time to take deep breaths in through the nose, out through the mouth, and let the game come to you.
Bain with it, now guarded by White. Pass to Wagner. From deep, Banchero. Keita pulls it in. Keita's got 10 rebounds here tonight. So active. Simons' shot is good.
This close in, Simons is consistent. The defense really can't allow him to find that look.
The three from Bain. Gets the three to fall.
Woo! That man is laser focused. Now, that's bad defense for a team that has a long way to go to catch up.
Effort like this makes you wonder if they've already packed it in for the game, ready to go into the next. You've got to at least show a little heart out here.
Man, this is just fun. These teams are trading threes back and forth.
This is today's NBA. Hey, we see this kind of exchange more often than not.
Now here's Banchero. Kicks it out to Bain. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Suggs outside. Goes again. Can't get it.
It seems like every miss ends up in his hands. He's been unreal.
You aren't exaggerating. You don't get to 20 rebounds without having a special talent for grabbing misses.
Here's White. Yes, sir, with the three.
And that's on the defense there. Gotta know the scouting report and understand that he loves his shot.
Here's Banchero. Now Wagner. Bain fires. The three is off. Outside Simons. Fires the three. Carter rips down the board. And here's Wagner. He'll bring it up for Orlando. Banchero. Cleared away by White.
And as long as he keeps missing from deep, the D will keep letting him fire away. He's just off from range right now.
Oh, he can't get the layup. Magic leading by 14. Banchero surveys. Shoots a three. The triple drop.
And they just continue to attack, even late in the game, while they're up big.
If you want to be great, you have to have that killer instinct.
So courageous, taking it right to the defender.
Boy, this dude knows how to finish in traffic. Wow.
They came out and had a statement win with their performance tonight. A fantastic effort to get it done here for the Magic.
And it seemed like steals ended up making the difference in this game.
No question, their ability to force mistakes and turn them into points gave them an upper hand tonight.
And as it was happening, as it was building, you knew this was a monster game for Franz Wagner.
I think people could learn a lot from how versatile he was in this one. Whatever the situation was, he found a way to be a difference maker.
Buries it from outside.
Yeah, they blocked out the noise, blocked out the distractions, kept on grinding, and this...
Nice finish.
Man, big time right there. Wagner on the wing, defended by Brown. Bancaro! And again, it's the Magic from deep.
Stepping up and nailing an important shot to put this away.
And that score probably slams the door for any would-be comebacks. And look, they put this one to bed.
Here's Orlando. Earlier, they held a 23-point lead. Suggs with the bucket.
This has been their game plan here in the final period. We'll see if it continues to work out.
I think when you've got it going from three-point range, you got to keep it going. It's a good way to kind of pile up the points quickly.
Connects from downtown. The three from Suggs gets the bucket.
Ooh, that's a sturdy screen right there. And once he got the space, he knew exactly what to do with it.
So it's the Magic winning this one easily.
to produce some fireworks.
Well, again, when conference opponents are this familiar, Kevin, things tend to get ramped up, heated up, intensified, if you will.
A look at the starting group for the Magic. Down low, it's Banchero and Carter. Running out on the wings, they'll have Bane and Wagner. And it's Suggs in at the 1 spot. It's stolen by Mathurin. Outside Jackson to the middle. Indiana moving it around. Nembhard's shot is good.
And they don't want to get in a habit of giving him open looks from 3. First quarter still, but not who you want to leave open.
Now, here's Wagner. Banchero outside. Wagner, right side. 6 to shoot. Bane, no good.
And the great shooters know when they've got enough opening to go for the 3. I didn't think it was a bad choice on that possession.
Out to the wing. Banchero is screened for Wagner. And there's the whistle. Illegal screen.
And guys, point of emphasis for the league is to really crack down on illegal screens.
Yeah, you know, he might have gotten away with that a few years ago, but not anymore. No way. Now you've got to be stationary on those screens. No extra hips or elbows, or they'll call it.
Carter pulls it in. And so it's Suggs who brings up the ball for Orlando. It's a 3-point game. And for such a young team, pretty impressive how well the Magic defend.
And that's their identity. They are elite at that end of the floor, and they force turnovers at a really high clip.
And it's Mathurin missing. Orlando's gone 1 of 2 from long range in the first quarter. And the call will go against Benedict Mathurin. That's his first foul. Bane against Mathurin. Bane kicks to Suggs. Into the lane and stolen by Siakam. And here comes Jackson leading the fast break. And a wide open look for Mathurin. It's good. The assist this time from Jackson.
A young guy who is ready to attack. Mathurin gets the ball and goes straight into his shot.
There's Wagner with the 3. Puts up a 3. Offensive rebound. The kick out to Bane. Suggs against Mathurin. Just 4 to shoot. Banchero, Wagner outside. Pass to Suggs. Carter with a screen on Mathurin. No one near Suggs as he lets it go. And the 3 off target. Outside Mathurin. And Indiana, another 3.
He'll mix one in here and there. Mathurin stretches the floor that way, making the defense respect his 3-ball.
Pass to Banchero. Over Siakam. Another miss by Orlando.
You almost have to assume he's going to knock those down when he is that open.
Over in the corner, Mathurin. Jackson passes to Nesmith. On the wing, Mathurin. It's hauled in by the Magic. Just over 3.5 minutes gone here in the first. Suggs looking around. Tries it from 19. And it's Banchero missing. Indiana leading by 6. Siakam finds Nesmith. A 3. And Indiana, another 3.
And the all-around game of Siakam, so adept at working the ball to open guys.
Banchero outside. Looking to end the run. And it's Suggs missing. Indiana's gone 4 of 6 from long range here early on. And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Jalen Suggs. That is his first foul of the game. Nembhard, the pass to Jackson. Siakam. Here's the 3.
And this is where Banchero needs to keep improving. Good to see him working hard on D.
It's 9 seconds separating the shot clock and game clock. Outside, Suggs. And it's Mathurin with the rebound. For Indiana, they've gone 4 of 10 shooting the ball here in the first quarter. Beyond the arc. That shot off. Good if it goes. He can't hit that time. And so it's the Indiana Pacers ahead by 9 as the quarter comes to a close. And glad to have you with us, folks. Second quarter of basketball. This game has not exactly been neck and neck, but plenty of time left in this one. And a moment now to quickly take a look at the offensive approach for the Pacers.
You know, right from the start, it seemed they got hot from three-point range, pulling apart the defense and racking up the points, too.
And something else that's working for them is ball movement. A lot of their points so far have come as a result of smart plays.
This is how the floor looks for the Magic starting the second. Batadze is out there with Isaac. Then it's Tyus Jones. Then there's Richardson. And it's De Silva in at the 3, the small forward. Here's Dennis. Back to Toppin. Jacks up a 3. The rebound by Batadze.
There's some defense for you. For someone who's as good at shooting the 3 ball as he is, you need a defender who's equally good at guarding against him.
Isaac outside. Off target from three-point range. Pacers leading by 9. Unfortunately, Clark, Jonathan Isaac has been plagued by injuries throughout his career.
Yeah, he has. I mean, he came in with a lot of excitement around his potential, and injuries have kind of derailed his growth. But he's still an exceptional defender, versatile, and a good rim protector. He can guard all 5 positions, and that's always valuable on any team.
Now, here's Richardson. Nothing on the board. Trying his luck from deep. Another miss by Orlando. The Pacers have gone 0-3 and are still looking for that first bucket here in the second quarter. Murphy, no good. The Magic trail by 9. Batadze setting a screen for Jones. And he's good on the 3 ball.
And the lack of effort to fight over the screen there makes that an easy shot.
Well, I'm going to credit the screen. I mean, that's a good, strong pick he lays there.
And now let's swing it over to Allie LaForce on the sideline.
Thanks, guys. The Magic are building something. Paolo Banchero said, quote, "It's been a long time coming. The fans have been waiting for the Magic to be good and to be challengers, even contenders." There is a lot of excitement in the city right now. We're just building and feeding off of that. Back to you.
They've got their fans fired up. Okay, thank you, Allie. Here's Dennis. Indiana moving it around. Pass to Toppin. Over to the left wing. And the Pacers can't get it to go. The Magic trail by 6. We're just over 2.5 minutes into the second quarter. Isaac. Not really his range, and it's off target. Pacers shooting around 24%. Not a good showing here.
You know he wants that one back, right in his wheelhouse.
Pass to De Silva. Isaac a screen. From past the arc, De Silva with the bucket.
He might not have the long range ability of some other guys, but he will knock down open ones like that.
And the basket by Dennis. Dennis has got himself on the board with 3 there. And spacing is so vital. But Clark, talk about vertical spacing.
You know, Kevin, that speaks to the ability to play in space above the rim. Think about the roller in the pick and roll situation, being able to go above the defense to finish a lob. Those are tough plays for defenses to stop. Helping in recovering and elevating to stop a well-timed lob, that's a real challenge for the defense.
Toppin offline with his 3.
Not quite enough defense that time around. Just lucky he was off.
Pacers leading by 6. Shepard the pass to Dennis. 3-pointer. The rebound by Batadze. Batadze's got 4 rebounds in this game. 44 seconds left here in the second. Isaac a screen. Richardson kicks to Isaac. The Magic again can't hit.
Nothing seems to be going his way this quarter.
To me, it appears he's starting to lose his composure a little bit. We'll see if he can regroup and get back into a better rhythm.
For 3, Richardson. It's rebounded by Indiana. To the left side wing. Pass to Toppin. Here's Huff to the wing right side. Sinks the triple. Shepard's got the lead up to 9 now for Indiana. Richardson outside. Over Shepard. And so it's the Indiana Pacers ahead by 9 as the quarter comes to a close. Their defense has been terrific in this game. Back to the action in just a minute.
Please direct your attention to center court. And get ready for the fan half-court shot. Drums. They're thinking about the shot.
And happy you could join us. We've got 2 quarters left to go in regulation. Nice game. Great performance by Benedict Mathurin.
And even with the defense shading towards him on every trip down, he still finds a way to come up big.
Well, we're not surprised by that. No more than what we've come to expect of him. He can adapt and adjust to anything a defense tries to throw at him.
We've got Shepard. And it's Huff in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. So that's who Rick Carlisle starts the second half. It's stolen by Banchero. Lets it go from deep. It's rebounded by Indiana. Furphy's got his 4th rebound in this one. Unfortunate injury aside, Jalen Suggs-Clark has really come into his own now.
Yeah, I agree, Kevin. I mean, hitting his stride in a major way. I mean, he seems to have really figured the game out, how to utilize his gifts and tools. He was always a great defender. Offensively, I think, is where his game has taken the biggest jump.
The Magic trail by 9. Guys, they're looking for a way to score here.
Yeah, they've had a tough time taking the lid off.
Wagner from long range. Once again off the mark, Orlando. Indiana's gone 0-2 from deep to start things here in the second half. Here's Dennis, guarded by Bain. Orlando, they've gone 0-3 and are still looking for that first bucket here in the second half. There's Wagner with the 3. And the rebound goes to the Pacers. Huff's got 4 rebounds now tonight. Dennis. And the 3 ball is good. Dennis has got the first field goal of the second half for the Pacers.
He was free to fire at his leisure there. Not much resistance.
Suggs passes to Bain. Another miss by Orlando.
A bit of pride at stake. Trying to get that last 3 ball back, but couldn't get it to fall.
The Magic trail by 12. There's the screen. Pass to Wagner. And looks like the illegal kick was set. Yep, that's right. That'll get their attention.
And not the most common call you'll see in the NBA, but hard to argue that pick wasn't illegal.
Yeah, you know, the officials aren't nearly as lenient as they used to be on that call. As a matter of fact, I know I got away with a lot of those in my playing days, but that was 40 years ago.
So Indiana ends up with a new group on the floor. Payne for 3. Pascal Siakam grabs the miss. Mathurin for 3. Rebound by Paolo Banchero. Mathurin's gone 2 of 7 from the floor here. Suggs against Nembhard. Count it, and the Pacer lead has been cut down to 9 in the bucket from Suggs.
You know, it's not his greatest strength. He's got a lot of different things that he's good at, but Suggs will hit the 3 if you give it to him.
Nembhard, the pass to Nesmith. Launches a 3, and that's good. Andrew Nembhard for 3. Nembhard's got 6.
The real come at us, and we're coming right back at you.
A little back and forth from long range. I love it. That's a terrific answer there.
Now, here's Banchero. And he can't answer back. The 3-pointer offline. Mathurin finds Nembhard with the shot. Rebound by Paolo Banchero. Banchero's got 4 rebounds in this game. Kicks it out to Wagner. That's in there. Carter with the assist. Wagner's got himself going with the triple, his first basket of the game. Pacers leading by 9. Now Mathurin to the inside. Back to Nesmith. And stolen by Wagner. Bain against Mathurin. Wagner a screen on Mathurin. And Wagner drives in. Shot clock at 6. Bain inside the 3-point line. Off target from the wing. The Pacers are gone just 25% from the field here in the second half with 2 of 8. Siakam, good.
Rise and fire. This is Siakam's attitude off the catch. And with these results, you understand why.
That shot wide open. Baines got himself going there. His first points of the game on the deep ball.
He knows he can get his shot anytime he wants, and he also knows he has the green light.
Wagner with it. Puts up a deep 3. And so it's Indiana in control with a 9-point lead to end the quarter. Defensive. And now let's go back to a play from earlier as we show you our State Farm assist of the game.
And how about the big fella here showing us he's got some point guard skill here with the tremendous setup.
Hey, that was a high-level pass no matter what position it came from. But it does make it stand out a little more when it's made by the big fella.
The fourth quarter has arrived. So good to have you with us. So on the floor for Orlando. Running out on the wings, they'll have Bane and Wagner. Down low, it's Banchero and Carter. And it's Suggs in at the 1. Indiana moving the ball around. For 3, Siakam. Rebound by the Magic. And stolen by Siakam. Jackson with it. Defended now by Wagner. Nembhard the pass to Mathurin. Three-pointer. Franz Wagner grabs the miss. The Magic trail by 12. Fourth quarter just getting started. 1 minute in the books. Lets it go with the 3. They get it again. The kick out to Bane. For 3. Rebounded by Jackson. Jackson's got rebound number 5 here tonight. Siakam passes to Jackson. From deep. Franz Wagner grabs the miss. Wagner's got his 5th rebound in this one. Banchero a screen on Nembhard. Banchero outside. 6 on the shot clock. From deep. It's rebounded by Indiana. Jackson's got 6 rebounds in the game. Fires the 3. Up again. Over in the corner, Mathurin. Siakam for 3. It's hauled in by the Magic. Banchero's got rebound number 5 here tonight. Now Wagner. Wagner with a screen for Banchero. From deep. Can't get it.
Hey, I had no idea why he's still shooting 3s. He's got to find another way to be productive.
Cleared away by Carter.
You wonder where was the defense that time, but they got lucky.
They've been looking out of sync offensively.
Yeah, their offense has ground to a standstill.
Bane. The 3 is off. Indiana leading by 12. Nembhard with it. Picked up by Suggs. Beyond the arc. Does not go in. The Magic have gone a dismal 0 for 5 to get the fourth quarter underway.
I didn't care for his shot selection that time. He needs to let the game come to him a little bit. Just relax, take your time.
Buries the deep ball.
Not considered a three-point shooter, but Mathurin will knock it down if you leave him open.
Suggs outside. Wagner a screen on Nembhard. Now Wagner, Suggs outside. Carter sets the pick for Suggs. He's off from 3. And Indiana shooting only 27% from the field, looking pretty ugly out there.
And guys, what we saw here tonight is one side having everything going for them. Huge margin of victory for Indiana.
You know, it's tough to put your finger on the deciding factor in this one, but I'd say that the shooting accuracy made the difference.
Yeah, I think you're on point, Kevin. They got better looks, and that tends to lead to a better field goal percentage.
And you know, guys, what a nice performance it was for Benedict Mathurin.
Well, I can't recall a play that he wasn't involved in. He was so involved in so many plays tonight. A force on both ends.
Jackson with the rebound. Here's Indiana. Right now, they're a 9-0 run. Mathurin. Nembhard fires. The 3 doesn't go. got a piece of it. Out of bounds as Orlando keeps possession.
You take a risk with those long passes. They're lucky the D couldn't collect it.
18 points separating the teams. That's the biggest lead of the game. Here's Bancaro. Knocked loose. Now Bain. Shot clock at 5. Shoots the 3. And there's the 3. Smart, accurate passes, Greg, are really paying off for them at the moment.
And also good off-ball movement. Everyone is paying attention and looking to create the best shot for the team.
So no problem for Indiana as they get the win.
really shine is on offense.
Oh, yeah. BA, these two teams can score the basketball. They'll be trying to match each other shot for shot all night long, and we got a front row seat.
Looking at the starting five for Boston. White and Brown are the wingmen. Then it's Sam Hauser. Then there's Anthony Simons. And it's Queta in at the center position. And it's Simons missing.
He didn't make them pay for that weak defense, but they just can't rely on him to miss those kind of shots.
Mathurin against Simons. Jackson pass to Neesmith. Off the mark there with a three. On the wing, Hauser. Back to Simons. Shoots over Neesmith. Another miss by Simons.
Listen, that's a quality mid-range shot. He just couldn't capitalize.
Three-pointer Mathurin. Boston pulls it in. And let's swing it over to the sideline and hear from Allie.
Rick Carlisle and I got a chance to talk for a bit. He was really talking up Derek White, especially the job he does defensively. Coach said, for my money, Derek is the best defensive guard in the NBA. He's long, he anticipates actions, and he can protect the rim. I can't think of another guard who does what White does. Back over to you, Brian.
All right, Allie, thanks once again. Out of bounds, it'll be Indiana's ball. First minute and a half of basketball played here in this one. Simons with a steal. Here's Hauser. Offensive rebound, Celtics. Simons against Nembhard. 6 on the shot clock. Up again. The kick out to White. From deep. Can't hit that one. Mathurin with some nice D. A playmaker who can also score in bunches. I'm talking about Derek White, Doris.
I'm so glad you are, PA, because Derek White's big-time shot-making ability under duress of the shot clock. How many times does this guy get the ball with very little time on the clock, and he just stands calmly and delivers shot after shot?
Defensively, you can't afford to get stuck on the pick.
You know exactly what that takes. It takes energy, it takes activity, it takes intensity.
Siakam outside. Outside Mathurin. Pass to Siakam. Knocks it down from distance. Siakam's got 6 points.
A guy who can work the whole arc. Smooth corner shot by Pascal.
2 minutes remaining in the first.
Mathurin with a steal. In transition, here they come. Oh, had the opportunity on the break, but couldn't make the three. They set the pick. Oh, it's stolen by Siakam. And now Indiana on the fast break. Mathurin with the ball. Now guarded by White. Drills it from deep.
And it comes off a good pass. Clearly, Mathurin has been well coached on when to give it up.
Brown passes to White. 1:19 left in the first. Pass to Simons. Just 5 to shoot. Takes a three. Mathurin with a rebound. Indiana leading by 7. Siakam gets double. Neesmith on the wing. Off target. That would have pushed the lead to double digits. So it's Boston now. Shot on the wing. Brown can't hit. Nembhard with it. Neesmith on the wing. He buries it from 3.
What a way to begin this game. Dominating at both ends of the floor.
And give them credit for approaching this game with the right energy and intensity. This team has attacked every chance they've gotten.
Brown passes to Queta. Now here's Hauser, defended by Jackson. There's a screen. Boston, no good that time either. Indiana on offense. It's a 12-2 run here. Good pace. And it's Mathurin missing. Now White, still without a bucket. Boston, no good that time either. And so it's Indiana earning this break in the action, up 10. Defense is... We welcome you back to second quarter action. Plenty of basketball left to play, but this one has been one-sided so far. And let's take a moment here to get your take, guys, on the scoring so far for Indiana.
Yeah, their early focus on outside scoring has paid off. They're finding plenty of points from three-point land.
And their assist total, also impressive early, creating with the pass and playing for teammates.
Taking a look at the Celtics. White and Brown are the wingmen. Then there's Anthony Simons. Then it's Sam Hauser. And it's Queta in at the center position. Now here's White. Down low. Queta, pass to Hauser. Well, there's the shot clock violation. So they'll turn it over. Nembhard against Simons. Siakam, left side. Back to Nembhard. Mathurin against White. Nembhard for three. Boston pulls it in. Simons outside. Plenty of space. Jump shot is good that time.
Well, you won't see that kind of shot fall very often. Thank your lucky stars.
No doubt, Anthony Simons has shown he can be a 20-point-per-game scorer in this league.
Yeah, the shooting is great. He's a natural at finding his shot, but he'll be targeted at the other end. That's where he's got to improve.
Jackson, the pass to Nesmith. Nembhard for three. Simons for the rebound.
He needs to look to try to drive inside and get going. That outside shot is simply not there.
And now we have an intentional foul. I'm not sure why.
Yeah, bizarre play, B.A. Not sure what got into him.
So Indiana ends up going with a new group. Here's Tillman. Pass to Pritchard. There's the three. Always a nice way to start. Makes his first one.
He's the last guy you want to leave alone on the perimeter.
Here's Dennis, defended by Pritchard. A nice passing by Indiana here. Here's Dennis. Back to Toppin. Shot clock at 6. And he can't answer back. The three-pointer offline. Pass to Tillman. Back to Pritchard. Here's Walsh. Here's Shireman. Fires it from 18. Walsh can't get it to go. Here's Shepard. Pass to Toppin. And here in the second quarter, about 3 minutes played. Lets it fly. Here's Dennis. Misses off the left iron.
Oh, rising up from the mid-range, but doesn't exactly look confident about it.
Outside Pritchard. Pass to Walsh. This one for three. Offensive board. Back to Pritchard. Launches a three. On target from range. Pritchard's got 6 in the quarter.
Boy, you allow a shooter of his caliber to get that good a look, and good night.
He takes it in. Now the Celtics on the move. And it's Shireman missing. Indiana leading by 5. Pass to Huff. 1:05 left to play in the second quarter. The Pacers again can't hit. Boston on offense. It's been 8 unanswered for them. Here's Shireman. No points so far. 5 to shoot. Boston needs to get off a shot here. Walsh can't get it to go. Indiana's gone just 1 of 6 from the perimeter here in the second. Buries it from 3.
That's just good awareness from top and willing to get it to the open guy immediately. Love the unselfishness.
6-second difference between the shot clock and game clock. Pritchard, no good. The Pacers have gotten only 2 of 8 field goals to go in the second. Here's Murphy. Pass to Shepard. Another shot. That shot off the mark.
I'm sure if he had the chance to do that possession over again, he would not have taken the shot.
And so it's Indiana up by a healthy 8 points at the end of the period. Their play has earned them a nice lead, one they'll look to build on as the game continues. We'll be right back after this word. And we played through the first half. Plenty of basketball left in this one. Man, what can you say? Pascal Siakam, an impressive effort here today.
You just love his patience offensively in the first half. Waited until he got the looks he wanted.
You know, as a coach, you can preach good shot selection, but it's up to the players to execute, and this guy has done just that.
Siakam and Jackson playing together in the front court. Mathurin at the 2 with Neesmith at the 3. And it's Nembhard in at the point. So that's the group out there for Indiana. Brown passes to White. That three's off the mark. And so it's Siakam with it. He brings it up for the Pacers. 13 points was their biggest lead of the game.
And even after airtight defense like that, you still just expect him to hit those kind of shots.
You know, just watching him, Aaron Neesmith seems like the kind of energetic player teams love to have, Doris.
Exactly right, PA, and there's a reason. He's got size and strength. He is very willing defensively to mix it up with a level of physicality that is special. But maybe the most important thing, there's a competitive edge and toughness about this guy that I love.
Nembhard, the pass to Jackson. Lets the 3 fly, and Nembhard gets it to go on the assist by Jackson. Nembhard's got 6 points.
And just not letting up at all. I mean, you have to love this approach. You want to get the ball to the guys who make plays.
One thing we've learned in the NBA, the game is never over. So you've got to continue to score, continue to build your lead.
That's why you keep your head up. If the assist is there, you can pounce.
White, the pass to Hauser. Here's Keita. Nice ball movement by Boston. White for 3. Boston again missing.
Oh, man, he can't get anything to fall. You can feel his frustration.
He is trying to shoot his way out of it, and it might be better for him to pass the basketball at this point.
And Neesmith gets it to go.
Their offense has been unstoppable, just firing on all cylinders.
And at this point, it is their game to lose. They've done such a good job building the lead.
Here's Keita. No made baskets yet. To the inside. The kick out to White. The shot to stop the run. Gets the 3 ball to go.
Man, this is just fun. These teams are trading threes back and forth.
Well, that 3-point shot just gives you so much room to operate on the offensive end.
Now here's Jackson. Tried to come right back with a 3 of his own, but it's no good. White against Mathurin. Kick out to Brown. And the 3 off target. Indiana leading by 14. All right, let's check in with Allie LaForce.
Thanks a lot. It's always exciting to see a player with the hot hand. Klay Thompson knows a little something about that. He said it's that flow state that any great athlete or artist, entertainer, tries to get into. The one thing I learned is you can't force those great nights. You have to let them just happen. PA?
I can only imagine what that's like. Thanks a lot, Allie. Now here's White. Ooh, here's White on the drive. A minute 35 left in the third quarter. They set a pick, and here's Brown for 3. Fires in the triple.
Jaylen Brown has tightened his handle, and that allows him to be effective as a pick-and-roll option. Oh, you can see he's kicking himself for missing that open mid-range. That's right in his wheelhouse.
White can't hit. The Pacers have gotten just 3 of 8 shots to go in the third quarter. Outside Neesmith. And it's all from 3-point range. Celtics trail by 11. White, the pass to Simons. Doubled by Siakam. And the ball is tied up, so we'll have a jump ball.
It'll be a jump ball.
Brown, a screen on Mathurin. Kept alive. Out to the wing. Simons outside. Hauser outside. Clock at 6. Off target from outside. Indiana leading by 11. Simons with a steal. Launches it. Counted from distance. Simons has got 5 now.
A lot of coaches might let you hear it for taking the three-pointer on the break, but I like the decision there. The D had already collapsed inside.
Pass to Matherin. Now Nembhard. There's Neesmith with the 3. Now here's Matherin. To snap the cold streak. Oh, it would have counted had it fallen, but it is offline. And so it's the Indiana...
Come on, everyone.
With 3 quarters behind us, let's see what this 4th period holds in store. The Pacers shooting 27% in today's game. Not good. On the court right now for the Celtics. White and Brown are the wingmen. Then it's Sam Hauser. Then there's Anthony Simons. And it's Keita in at the 5 spot. Here's Shepard. Pass to Furphy. Here's Shepard. Here's Dennis. Sinks it from distance. Dennis has gotten himself going here. His first points of the game on the deep ball. Now here's Pritchard. He's covered closely. Shoots. Indiana with a rebound. 17 points was their biggest margin. On the take. Here's Toppin. Pass to Shepard. Fires the 3. And again, it's the Pacers from deep. Well, few descriptions more glowing than saying a player is clutch. What, in your opinion, Grant, enables a player to be that way?
BA, it's about confidence and command. When you're able to process and execute under the pressure, both internal and external, that's when you have a chance to be clutch.
Here's Dennis. Here's Shepard. The 3 is up. Garza grabs the board. Now here's Pritchard. The D's right on him. Just over a minute and a half played here in the 4th. Here's Shireman. Off target with the 3. Indiana leading by 14. To the wing, right side. And here's Shepard for 3. And it's Tillman with a rebound. They're searching for a way to score.
Yeah, buckets have been very tough to come by.
Oh, he tries a 3. Unable to get that one.
Let's be honest. That's not a shot he should be taking.
Well, it's hard to imagine that the play was designed to go in that direction. Boy, I'd be surprised if we see that again.
Here's Pritchard after Indiana picked up the 3 with their last shot. Oh, no good again that time. Here's Furphy. He launches. Beyond the arc. That misses. And so it's Pritchard with it. He brings it up for the Celtics. Looking to get on the board here in the 4th still. Jacks up a 3. Another shot. Oh, he cannot hit. Indiana on offense. They're rolling here. 9 unanswered. Here's Toppin for 3. Drains the triple.
They have a relentless mentality, even with the game in total control.
This is a textbook example of playing the possession and not the score. This team is doing a great job continuing to execute.
3-pointer Pritchard. Indiana with a rebound. 1:35 left to play in the 4th. Top it inside. Defended by Pritchard. Pass to Furphy. Over to the left wing. Just 5 on the clock. From outside the arc. That one no good. Celtics trail by 20.
And you can see how scary this team can be when everything is clicking for them. Just a terrific performance for the Pacers.
And you don't usually see this kind of blowout, but tonight they delivered the punishment.
I mean, what's so impressive is they never wavered in their approach. They just kept at it and showed they were without a doubt the better team.
So it's Boston now. After Indiana picked up the 3 with their last shot. To the left side wing. Here's Garza. From out on the wing, he knocks it down. Here's Dennis, and it's Indiana's ball. Some momentum, a 15-2 run underway. Oh, it's stolen. Pass to Shireman. And here's Pritchard. Here's Tillman. Back to Pritchard. Just 4 to shoot. Nice ball movement by Boston. Jacks up a 3. He can't get that one to fall. Top and right side. And so Indiana takes this one by a big...
joining us. It's the NBA on 2K Sports. We'll watch the Orlando Magic in this one as they go up against the Boston Celtics. Here with Coach Stan Van Gundy and Greg Anthony, this is Kevin Harlan. And patrolling the sideline for us again tonight, Allie LaForce. And now the opening lineup for Boston. The wing pairing, it's White and Brown. Then it's Anthony Simons. Then there's Sam Hauser. And it's Keita in at the 5 spot. Now, here's Suggs. To the paint. And then Carter with the dunk.
Well, watch Carter Jr.'s control. He sets a solid screen and then shifts right to his spot.
An outstanding defensive big man, Wendell Carter, stands 6'10", and Stan, he has a 7'4" arm span.
Yeah, Kevin, I think his length really bothers people and is deceiving. When you're first looking at him, he looks like almost an undersized center, but in fact, with that wingspan, he's not. And he is so disciplined and fundamentally sound as a defender. He's one of the best in the league.
And this is the type of go-to scorer this team wants Banchero to be. They love his confidence.
Out to White. The Celtics working the ball around now. And it's Simons missing.
And on an open look like that, he's very gifted at making the weak coverage pay.
The 3 from Banchero. And Boston with the rebound. Inside, it's stolen by Carter. Off they go on a 3-on-1 break. And it's Wagner missing. And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Jalen Suggs. That's his first foul.
First personal foul.
We're just about 2 minutes into the first quarter. Keita, the pass to Hauser. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws. And with the goal of improving offensively, Stan, the Magic have made some moves.
Well, this is a team that hasn't been inclined to make many trades in the past. But with the young star talent they possess comes the urgency to win now.
And what an advantage. You really feel like you can always trust him when he's at the line.
And that one's good, Wagner.
Yeah, and look at the stroke on Wagner's 3. Total confidence.
Now here's Brown driving inside.
Never a bad idea to run the old pick play.
You're right. And if it produces a slam like that, we'll probably see more of them.
Yeah, defensive breakdown there. Gotta communicate and switch that screen.
Pass to Banchero. Suggs with a screen for Banchero. And it's good for 2. Banchero's got his second basket.
And once Banchero gets going, boy, it's hard to stop him. Given his size and speed, he's going to be a handful.
Now we'll hear from Allie LaForce, and she's got a story for us. An update. Allie?
Thank you, guys. Jalen Suggs is a tone setter for this Magic team, putting his body on the line with his constant activity. Coach Jamal Mosley said, quote, he wears his emotion and his heart on his sleeve. He's pure. There's so much love there. That's why this group is the way it is, because of how he is. Kevin?
He's a culture setter. Allie, we appreciate the report. And it's White missing. The Magic trailing. Carter with a screen on Simon. The kick out to Bain. No good on the triple. Boston's gone 0 of 2 from deep here. To the middle. White looking around. Here's Hauser. And down it goes, jamming that one home.
And that's the kind of lead pass we've come to expect from him.
Here's Banchero. And it's wide right. It's off the rim. Boston leading by 3. Here's White. And he drops in the layup off the glass.
I like that from White. Attack in the heart of that defense.
30 seconds left to play in the first. Wagner passes to Bain. Floats one, and it's White with the rebound. For Boston, they've gone 6 of 8 in the game so far. Very solid start for them. 17 seconds left in the first quarter of the game. To the inside, Hauser. The shot's good. Brown making the play. Hauser's got 6.
Finding a little rhythm here that they have to like where they're at.
Yeah, you're seeing their offense in a flow. Now it's time for their defense to turn up the heat a little more.
And so it's Boston heading to the bench with a 7-point lead as we wrap up the quarter. Their shooting has been the big key. Their percentage from... And if you're just joining us, we've played through 1 quarter in this one. And a chance to catch up on some numbers here. The scoring breakdown for the Celtics.
Well, I like how they're going right at the defense, creating high-quality looks with that penetration.
And the other thing I've been impressed with, guys, is their assertiveness at attacking the paint, trying to hunt for those high percentage looks.
On the court right now for the Celtics, we've got Peyton Pritchard, and it's Tillman in at the 4. He hits the second from the line. Only the 6th player ever from the country of Georgia. Batance is an inspiration, Coach.
He sure is, Kevin, and a hard-playing guy who can really defend and rebound, and he's an underrated offensive player. Great finisher around the rim. This guy can help almost anybody.
And he gets the bucket.
Great job of screening there. Nice job to take it to the rim and get the finish.
Here's Shireman. That 3 off the mark. The Magic trail by 6. Richardson gets a wide open look. Gets it to go from beyond the arc. Richardson's got himself on the board with 3 there. They set the screen. Pass to Walsh. The putback. Here's Garza. Good for the basket. Starting off 1 for 1 with that shot.
And the D getting outworked there on the putback. Can't let that happen.
And I can tell you from experience, these are the types of things that drive coaches crazy.
Here's Richardson. Now here's Isaac. And so the ball is out of bounds. Richardson touched it last.
I don't know what the heck happened there. That's just a careless turnover.
Boston leading by 5. Second quarter of basketball, just over a minute and a half played so far. Pritchard passes to Tillman, and he takes the fantastic lead pass up strong for the slam.
The D just kind of stepping aside and letting him get to the rim.
There's a reason, GA, the lead is what it is right now.
Well, that's too easy. As he says, let me add to my highlight reel.
Impressed with his decision-making in these sets. Isaac knows where to roll to after setting that screen.
Pass to Tillman. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Kept alive. Here's Shireman. Now Pritchard. Defended by Jones. Here's Shireman. No good from outside. The Magic trail by 5. And the bucket is good. 3-point play chance here for him. Stan, the basketball term, finish the cut. What happens when you don't do that?
Well, 2 things can happen on that, Kevin. Number 1, when you don't finish the cut, you slow down and you take away a chance of getting a layup off the pass. And then the second thing is it leads to turnovers because of that, because the guy passing the ball is expecting you to continue your cut, to finish it, and you don't, and the ball is thrown out in front and out of bounds in a lot of cases.
And they've done well at taking advantage of some late defensive rotations and getting the ball in the paint.
Pass to Walsh. Here's Shireman. Richardson cover. Shireman, good. Shireman's got his first points in this one.
And they keep hammering away at him inside, forcing the ball into the paint.
Jones drives in. Bucket number 3. He's a perfect 3 for 3 to start.
And defensively, that's just not going to cut it.
Here's Shireman. Richardson cover.
Yeah, way to get there first and be willing to absorb the contact.
1:15 left now here in the second. Now here's Jones. 7 points in the game. Isaac outside. Just 5 on the clock. Pass to De Silva. It's stolen by Pritchard. And up the court come the Celtics on the break. Shireman can't hit. 2-for-1 chance here.
Let's see if they use the clock to their advantage.
Jones against Pritchard. Here's Isaac. That doesn't go on the chance to tie. Pritchard with the ball. Isaac picks him up. Fires the 3. Busted. No good that time either. The Magic trail by 3. Richardson with a screen for Isaac. And it's Richardson slamming it down.
Going to the rack with energy. And the D afraid to cut him off.
Yeah, got to chalk that one up to some shaky defending.
And with the score as close as it is, these are the opportunities you truly can't allow.
And a close game so far through the first 2 quarters as we reach halftime. Celtics lead by 1. Time now for the halftime break, with the third quarter soon to follow right here on 2K Sports. Second half of basketball upon us. We may be in for an exciting finish based on how close of a game it's been so far. Tyus Jones with a strong contribution so far in this one.
Yeah, it's been a great performance from him. Really staying focused on quality shots.
Yeah, he's found his spots, been patient with his shot selection, and it's paid off for himself and the team.
Wagner is in the front court alongside Banchero. The guard pair form will be Suggs and Bain. And it's Carter in at the 5 down low. So that's the lineup on the floor for the Magic. Yep, that one goes in there.
You want to get it to a guy you know can convert. Carter there, able to beat the clock.
Simons with the ball. Picked up by Banchero. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line. And Anthony Simons got his teeth under Damian Lillard and C.J. McCollum, Stan. Some pretty good manners.
You aren't kidding, Kevin. And I think going up against those guys in practice every day, watching them every night, and being another guard who has to score the ball, he couldn't have learned from anybody better. And Anthony Simons now a tough guy to stop.
The Celtics with the lead. Brown putting it on the deck. Brown jams it in.
Yeah, we know Brown loves some aerial theatrics, and he really went all out there.
Banchero a screen on Simon. And that one is good from Suggs.
And guys, the D has to show a little more fight on the interior than they did on that trip.
There's a screen. Here's Simon. Oh, what a jam! Simons!
And how about the explosiveness of Simons? Can he get up and finish with power?
Look, he's the kind of player that has you awake at 3 a.m. asking yourself, how do I stop that?
Simons finds Hauser. From the arc, Banchero grabs the board.
Finding space on the perimeter, but he couldn't capitalize.
Bain against White. There's the 3. Rebounded by the Celtics. A little under 2.5 minutes gone by here in the third. And Simons has it in the corner. Back to Hauser. And he slams it one-handed.
Fundamentals, guys, using the one-hand slam.
Well, he makes the basics look pretty exceptional. Pass to Banchero. No good. That would have tied it. Celtics leading by 3. Simons with the ball. Picked up by Suggs. A nice shot by Simons. Simons has got 6 points.
Some guts. Simons finishing with strength.
Over in the corner, Banchero. Payne for 3. drains the three-pointer. Baines got himself going with the triple, his first basket of the game.
The D just sagged off just enough and no hesitation on his part.
Pass to Queta. Outside, Simon. Back to White. Stolen by Carter. Outside, Bain. Carter sets the pick for Bain. Back to Carter. Ball stolen. White drives in, and he gets contact and the whistle on the shot. 2 shots coming up.
Well, talk about a guy who gives you exceptional effort. Derek White is always watching the floor for gaps he can fill, places he can make a difference in the game.
The Magic trail by 4. Wagner with it. It's stolen by Brown. He's got a clear path. And Simons wide open. He'll fight. Gets an open look and hits. Simons has got 9 points in the quarter.
That's a textbook catch and shoot. Simons got his feet lined up and was ready to go.
No one near Banchero as he lets it go. And they come right back with their own three-pointer.
Both teams running perimeter-oriented plays that are working.
Well, you know it's become a three-point shooting league. Teams shooting a steady diet from outside.
Pass to Wagner. Fires away from outside. Rebound, Boston. Here's White. And it's Suggs with the rebound.
You almost have to assume he's going to knock those down when he is that open.
What a performance from Anthony Simons. He has been the story for the Boston Celtics. He finishes with 9 points in the quarter. And let's take this chance now to show you the State Farm assist of the game.
And the definition of teamwork right there, guys. I mean, what great communication between them, and what a beautiful feat.
Well, it's one of the core parts of the game. Reading the defense and creating an easy bucket for your teammates. That is pretty.
And with these teams locked in a very close contest, this fourth quarter promises to be a good one. And a look at the 5 for the Celtics to start the fourth quarter. The wing pairing, it's White and Brown. Then there's Sam Hauser. Then it's Anthony Simons. And it's Queta in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. That one is good. He's only missed 1 shot of his 6 taken on the floor.
Man, once Simons found his rhythm, he's been non-stop.
White against Bain. Pass to Wagner. From 13. And he tries off the glass, but it's no good. And they double up Brown. Here's Queta. White the pass to Hauser. White with it. Now defended by Bain. Knocks down the 3-ball. And it's an 11-point Boston lead.
Well, for obvious reasons, this coaching staff has a lot of confidence in White running the pick and roll.
Down low. And finished off by Banchero.
If you came to watch a scoring battle, you're in the right place.
Yeah, and how great have these offenses been for these teams tonight? Just fantastic execution.
Brown the pass to Hauser. The shot's good. Brown making the play. Brown's got his 4th assist in this one.
It's always a great sign for this offense when Brown is making plays for others.
Here's Suggs. Here's Bain. 6 to shoot. That one goes. Count it.
Well, if you overplay Bain on the perimeter, he can take you inside.
And here's White. He'll bring it up for Boston. Here's Hauser, guarded by Bain. And he gets the whistle for the 3-second call. The Magic trail by 9. And over 2.5 minutes in the books here in the fourth. Now Banchero. Here's Wagner from outside. Rebounded by Brown.
They need buckets to stay in this game. That's not the shot they're looking for.
Excellent on both ends of that play.
Yeah, the steal was sharp, but the slam topped it off.
And that is why you want to run off turnovers. Get down the floor before the defense is set.
Stolen by Carter, and even 3-on-3 break. Banchero leaves it in off the window.
Paolo Banchero living up to those lofty expectations. A great young player.
Here's Hauser, defended by Carter. Fires the three. No good there.
Well, the defense got lucky there. More often than not, he's making that shot.
Oh, the layup finish off an excellent lead pass.
Well, those are huge points. Carter Jr., steady as they come.
Oh, great touch off the pass.
Yeah, I'd call this ideal scoring distance. It's almost too easy.
Suggs screen on Brown. Wagner against Brown. Here's Banchero. Rebounded by Brown.
Not really what we expected. You know he wants that one back.
Simons with the ball, and it's Carter picking him up. Up again. Banchero vacuums it in. Now Carter. Good.
Big moments, not too much for Carter Jr. Clutch gene coming through.
We can probably expect to see him slow it down now.
Yeah, I think you want to milk your possession.
Brown outside. Just 5 to shoot. It falls!
Well, credit them for maintaining that aggression, even being up this much.
Yeah, and at this point in the game, just protect the ball, make smart decisions, don't give them a chance to get back in the game.
Now a timeout called by Orlando. 16 seconds left to play in the final quarter. What do you think Coach's focus is going to be here?
Looking for a quick shot, trying to extend the game.
Yeah, and then they have to foul quickly and hope for some misses at the line. Well, that's a huge bucket in a pressure-packed moment. You can see why this team trusts Desmond Bain.
Oh boy, to be young again.
Makes you nostalgic, doesn't it?
Muscling down that rebound. Big man playing big.
So we see Boston get the win here. A narrow win under difficult circumstances, Greg, as the visiting team.
It really was, but that didn't seem to bother them. I mean, road team, home team, all I know is they were the better team.
Well,
Mark, we've got two teams here that have serious depth. They don't need to rely solely on their starters.
You're exactly right. That's a value-added luxury that's actually becoming more and more prevalent. It also makes each team a little more unpredictable offensively. When you've got that kind of versatility and depth, anybody can step up on any given night.
And now the Indiana Pacers starters. Siakam and Jackson playing together in the front court. Mathurin at the 2 with Neesmith at the 3. And it's Nembhard in at the point guard position. Now here's Siakam outside Mathurin. Takes one from 10 feet. No good, a bit long that time.
I think he'd love to have that one back. Got the ball right where he wanted to and couldn't convert.
Suggs against Nembhard. Oh, plenty of contact on that shot. Officials call the foul, and he'll take 2 free throws now. They'll pin that one on Pascal Siakam.
A full load to handle anywhere on the floor. Banchero makes sure he gets his.
Well, Clark, when we watch Paolo Banchero play, you can forget he's 6'10".
And he's a locomotive. I mean, he's probably 255 pounds, and all of it is cable wire. I mean, that's why he went first overall. That combination of skill, ball handling, dexterity, agility, and force. He's 25 points a game and also 5 assists. At his size, you don't see that kind of production.
Gets the 3 to fall.
You know, I know some would like to see Banchero increase his shooting range, especially since he doesn't have a solid shot from behind the arc.
Nembhard to pass to Mathurin. Back to Nembhard. 6 to shoot. No luck on that one. Great D that time from Suggs. Mathurin against Bain. Pass to Wagner. Banchero outside. Takes the 3. The Pacers pull it in.
He is just so deadly from out there. You expect that to fall.
Mathurin with the ball. He's picked up by Bain. No dice on the putback jam. Orlando has gone 1 of 2 from three-point land so far. Banchero outside. Orlando moving the ball around. No good from outside. For Indiana, they've gone 1 of 5 to start things off. Orlando leading by 4. Nembhard with a steal. And it's Wendell Carter with the foul. That's his first foul.
Personal foul. First team foul.
Let's go now to the sideline and catch up with Allie LaForce.
Jamal Mosley gave me a few minutes to catch up with him. We got to talking about Pascal Siakam. I'll be honest, I love his game, Coach said, but we have to look for ways to stop him. I'm hopeful we can disrupt his rhythm and push him off his spots. So not letting Pascal get what he wants is the game plan here. Brian, back over to you.
Thanks for that, Allie. And here they come. Jackson with it. Now Carter defending. And it's Mathurin missing. And Suggs has got the ball here for Orlando. Well, after the Magic traded away Dwight Howard back in 2012, seems like they spent about a decade in limbo, Grant.
That's so true, B.A. And once they finally committed to building through the draft, the turnaround was pretty rapid, showing the upside of drafting and developing from the ground up.
In transition. Bain, no good. Nembhard against Suggs. Now here's Mathurin. Defense is right there. Nembhard outside. Down to 5 on the shot clock. And Mathurin gets it to go. On the assist by Nembhard. Mathurin's got 5 now.
He's got that guard quickness. Mathurin showing off his catch-and-shoot ability.
Suggs outside. Pass to Bain. The 3-ball. Knocks down the long J.
Man, this is just fun. These teams are trading threes back and forth.
Nothing like answering back. One team gets 3, you fire 3 of your own. Boom.
And the call will be against Andrew Nembhard. That's his first foul of the game.
Second team foul.
40 seconds left to play in the first. Outside Bain. And Carroll with a screen on Mathurin to the paint. Oh, Banchero throws it down.
Yeah, with his bigger build, Banchero sets a solid pick, and then he quickly rolls into open position.
And Siakam with the slam.
Well, you know, he may be a bit undersized at the 4, but he makes up for it with his athleticism.
Wagner, the pass to Banchero. Oh, Banchero throws it down.
Ooh, getting up there. I mean, Banchero wants everyone to know he's a threat to hammer it down.
Nembhard, the pass to Siakam. The try by Nembhard. The layup off target. Paolo Banchero getting it done for the Orlando Magic. He put together 10 points in the quarter. Hope you've enjoyed the broadcast so far. Halfway through the first half in this one. And for Orlando, what jumps out to you guys, stat-wise?
Give it up for their D. They're battling, communicating, and coming up with key stops.
They've got them rattled. It's only the first quarter, and already they've made enough big plays on defense to last really an entire game.
On the court for the Pacers, second quarter underway. Siakam and Jackson playing together in the front court. Mathurin at the 2 with Neesmith at the 3. And it's Nembhard in at the point.
Woo! Defensively, you can't afford to let him get to the rim that easily.
Well, that might be why their deficit is what it is right now.
You know, you look at it, the communication is lacking, as is the trust. They can ill afford those types of breakdowns. It won't work. You can't win with those kind of breakdowns.
Now here's Richardson. Count it. Isaac's got his first bucket in this one.
I think you got to keep Isaac from getting in the paint. Once he's established position there, the defense is toasted up.
Here's Richardson. And that one is stuffed right through.
And that's what happens when you don't take care of the ball.
Hey, that makes the turnover hurt even more.
What, you mean the throwdown at the end? I'll tell you what, fellas, I mean, the highlight shows are going to pain them even more.
Dennis gets the bucket.
Look, he may not be a high-volume three-point shooter, but he'll take that when you give him the chance.
Here's Jones. Uses the glass to finish the layup.
They're punishing those late defensive rotations, getting good looks inside throughout the half.
And Goga Bitadze picks up the foul. That's his first foul of the game.
First team foul.
Now approaching 2 minutes of action here in the second. Yep, count it.
Great use of the screen. That's how you practice it and draw it up.
You know, Clark, despite winning 3 championships prior to the NBA days, the Pacers are still looking for their first NBA title.
Yeah, they've been close a couple of times in the history of the NBA, 2000 and 2025. They've had some really great teams over the years in the 90s and 2010s, and they came close last year, and I think they'll continue to knock and one day kick that door in.
Here's Dennis. Orlando making their last shot. Huff. And he takes it in for the layup off a very nice feed.
That is good offense, unselfish play.
And a little under 2.5 minutes gone by here in the second quarter. Outside Jones. Shot clock at 6. Picked by Isaac. The Magic need to put one up here. Over Toppin. Isaac's shot is off. Pacers trail by 7. Some nice passing by Indiana here. Pass to Huff. Here's Shepard over Bitadze. And it's Shepard missing.
He just couldn't finish the job that time. And too bad, because it was a nice look.
2 minutes remaining in the first half. 2 minutes.
And here's Jones. A deep three. Here's De Silva. And that one's good. And the Magic lead by 9. Indiana's gone 1 of 2 from deep in the second quarter. Pass to Furphy. Offline with a 3. The Magic have gotten 6 of their 7 shots to go in the second quarter. To the inside, Bitadze. The pass to Jones with the fadeaway. Bitadze, the kick out to Richardson. There's the triple. Hits a three-pointer. And now it's a 12-point Orlando lead.
Gotta fight harder to get over those screens.
Well, I'm going to credit the screen. I mean, that's a good, strong pick he lays there.
Now here's Toppin. Yet to see a basket. 2 open that time. Made it look easy.
This is just fun. These teams are trading threes back and forth.
Nothing like answering back. One team gets 3, you fire 3 of your own. Boom.
Here's Jones. Outside Richardson. From behind the arc. Dennis with a rebound.
And he probably thought he was going to bury that one.
Here's Shepard. Pass to Furphy. To the wing on the left. From outside, off the mark. Orlando leading by 9. 4 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Outside Richardson. Shoots over Shepard. Here's De Silva. Here's the 3. And Toppin pulls it down.
And the shooter had very little space on that attempt.
And guys, that's exactly the kind of high-impact defense they want to see out of him.
And so it's Orlando with a 9-point cushion at the end of the quarter. And it's all due to their ability to own the paint. They've been dominant down low. All right, stick around. We'll be right back after this. And happy you could join us. We've got 2 quarters left to go in regulation. Paolo Banchero with a strong contribution so far in this one.
You just love his patience offensively in the first half. Waited until he got the looks he wanted.
Well, you know what, guys? It was all about efficient offense, not rushing things, taking your time, finding the best shot on every possession.
Banchero and Carter Jr. make up the front court. On the wing, it'll be Bain and Wagner. And it's Suggs in at the 1 spot. So that's the lineup on the floor for the Magic. Jackson gets the bucket. Grant, you played in a more physical era of the NBA. Now it seems like the league is trying to strike a balance there.
I think you're spot on, B.A. There's been some back and forth, trying to keep the game free-flowing and physical. The league's trying for the best of both worlds.
And keeping us updated from the sideline, Allie LaForce.
Thanks a lot. Well, Paolo Banchero has the Seattle skyline tattooed on his shoulder, and he says guys from there naturally have a chip on our shoulder because we feel like we're not seen as much as some of the other places around the country. Being born and raised, my mom and dad from there, it's in my blood. Brian, back to you.
A lot of pride in his hometown. Thanks a lot, Allie.
Improving his passing is going to be key for Mathurin in the NBA. It looks like he's already on that path.
Banchero outside. Bain serving the D. Back to Banchero. And count the basket. He was fouled, and he's going to the line for 1 more. Orlando shooting their 3rd free throw attempt of the game. And Banchero no good on that one. After 2 consecutive first-round exits, the Magic now looking to take the next step, Clark.
You know, B.A., making the playoffs was the first step for this young core. And now that they have some experience, they've added some talent, too. So they're determined to continue to progress towards championship contending status.
Pacers trail by 10. Neesmith passes to Siakam. Big-time slam by Siakam.
And it's just such a long and powerful player. I mean, once Siakam gets inside like this, he's ready to jam.
Wagner for 3. And no good. For Indiana, they've gotten 3 of 4 shots to fall so far in the 3rd. And stolen by Banchero. And Wagner gets it to go on the assist from Banchero. Wagner's got 5 points now this quarter. Here's Siakam. Here's Neesmith. And he lays it up and in.
Activity on the glass. That's a possession that could have gotten away from him.
And Suggs, here we go. And it's flushed down. A nice jam.
You know, on the drive, Suggs can be a bit unpredictable, which keeps him, I think, a step ahead of the defense. You don't want him knowing exactly what you're going to do.
Now here's Nembhard. He's scoreless. Nembhard with a steal. Siakam going for it. Lays it up and banks it in. 8 points for Pascal Siakam.
Driving in, Siakam can be such a menace for the defense. Hard to get in the way of his physicality.
From deep, Banchero. The rebound by Jackson. Jackson's got his 7th rebound of the game with that last one. There's Neesmith with the 3. It's rebounded by Wagner. Wagner's got 6 rebounds here tonight. Carter, a screen on Nembhard. And looks like an illegal pick was set. That gets the ref's attention.
One of the trickier plays to judge, but it would be hard to argue against the call.
Yeah, you know, the officials aren't nearly as lenient as they used to be on that call. As a matter of fact, I know I got away with a lot of those in my playing days, but that was 40 years ago.
Now here's Suggs. Down low. And Carroll hammers it home.
And I think we're going to see a lot of nights like this from Banchero. He is built to score and never seems to take a play off.
Siakam left side. Suggs against Nembhard. Pass to Jackson. And stolen by Banchero. Outside Bane. 34 seconds left in the third. And stolen by Nembhard. 2-on-1 as they jump out on the break. Nails it from beyond the arc. Matherin's got 8 points.
And it's important Matherin keeps hitting these shots because it'll only help build his confidence.
Outside Bane from the arc. Knocks it down from distance.
Man, this is just fun. These teams are trading threes back and forth.
Nothing like answering back. One team gets 3, you fire 3 of your own. Boom.
First team foul.
11 seconds left in the third. Siakam outside. Back to Nembhard. And stolen by Suggs.
Nice defense. Reading the play, using some quick hands to take it away.
And so it's the Orlando Magic. Earn it. And it's time now to bring you our State Farm assist of the game.
And from the 2-guard spot, an unselfish play like this sets a fantastic tone.
That's right. I mean, that's not his primary duty, but when the situation calls for it, he can do it and does it well.
The fourth quarter has arrived. So good to have you with us. On the floor for Indiana. Siakam and Jackson playing together in the front court. Matherin at the 2 with Nesmith at the 3. And it's Nembhard in at the point. Now here's Suggs. To the middle. Kicks it out to Wagner. Lets it go from deep. The putback. Wagner on the wing. Fires the 3. That's good. And it's Banchero with the assist. And the Magic lead by 10.
Wagner always a threat from downtown, and I love the efficiency and solid mechanics of his shooting stroke.
Orlando has gone 1 of 2 from deep in this quarter. Carter, high post. Suggs with a screen on Nembhard. Fires for 3. Suggs, no good.
Hey, it was a good look, one he normally capitalizes on.
Jackson with it. Pass to Matherin. Siakam outside. The offensive rebound. Controls the rebound and the putback.
And a good job following the play by Matherin. Effort like that will always be well rewarded.
And now we've got an intentional foul.
I mean, I'm just not sure what he was thinking right there. I mean, he needs to get his head in the game.
Yeah, yeah, completely a brain fade. I don't know where that came from. Just lost sense of time and the situation.
Orlando making a switch here. Howard's checked in. And he ends that fast break chance. An intentional foul. That's a textbook example of the transition take foul rule. The 2025 playoffs had some incredible comebacks, Clark. Indiana had some all-timers.
Yeah, it was absolutely unreal. The excitement, the drama, the close finishes. I mean, unbelievable. How about these wins for the Pacers? Down by 7 with less than 40 seconds against the Bucks. Got it done. Also trailed by 7 with under a minute versus the Cavs. Won that one. And losing by 9 in the last minute against the Knicks and came through again with a win. And even in the finals, they made some miraculous comeback wins against OKC. Had at least one miraculous comeback win. So an amazing clutch playoff performance by the Indiana Pacers.
Elevates and detonates the one-hand stuff.
Picture perfect.
I'm glad he didn't go overboard and try to do too much there.
And even if he isn't the biggest, strongest guy out there, Bane can still do damage inside.
And here's Indiana now, following the bucket by the Magic. Puts up the tray. Bain with the rebound.
Really hard to stay competitive when you're taking low percentage shots.
Suggs knocks down the trifecta.
You know, it's not his greatest strength. He's got a lot of different things that he's good at, but Suggs will hit the three if you give it to him.
First personal foul. First team foul.
And we're about 3 minutes into the fourth now.
2 minutes remaining in the game. 2 minutes.
Here's Shepard. Oh, the long ball, no good.
Trying to match three, sometimes you get too amped up and it affects your ability to knock down the shot.
Banchero. Oh, he misses the deep three.
Would you say testing the limits of his range there?
You know, guys, I think he's got confidence to shoot it from anywhere, but he could have gotten a better one than that. One of the reasons they're behind is because we haven't seen enough of that. He needs to become a bigger part of the offense.
Wagner with a screen. Beyond the arc. Ooh, the shot misses. Pacers trail by 9. Can't hit it. The Magic have gotten just 3 of 9 shots to go in, struggling this fourth quarter. And wrestling for it there, but no one has possession. We'll have a jump ball. Now here's Banchero. 5 on the clock. Now Suggs puts up a deep three. Ooh, it misses. Tipped away. And the foul is called. He missed it, so he's got a couple of free throws coming his way. It's going to go on Jalen Suggs. He gets the first, and that brings him with an 8. A line change here for Orlando. So he gets them both. 41 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Now here's Jones. Not a lot of room. From deep. No good. And here are the Pacers now. Here's Toppin. It's stolen by Isaac. Out of bounds. It'll be Pacers ball. Out of bounds. Seven-point differential. And so Orlando takes the win. Boy, a hard-fought game.